La Traviata is when you meet the person that changes your life.
Violetta is one of these courtesans, that's what they're called, in Paris. Probably the most popular, the most well-known, the most successful, and the most lovely of all the courtesans in Paris, and has a reputation for being a very high cost, very expensive. And she has consumption, TB, and is dying and knows it, and has and throws these lavish parties, you know, in these houses that she rents, or that her benefactor will rent for her. They throw these beautiful parties all the time, with lots of people and dancing and drinks.
He meets this woman and he knows that there's something special about her that he needs to have in his life.
He proposes to have a relationship with her, a real relationship, which is something that she's never had, never opened herself up to, because in her society that would be a loss of money. That would be a bad business transaction.
His father has objections to Violetta, and Alfredo doesn't see any of that because he's just following his heart.
He's trying to protect his daughter and her future and his family's name, and coming to talk to Alfredo and Violetta about their illicit and fairly irregular relationship.
This is probably the turning point in the opera, when Germain confronts her and basically says, "Who are you and what have you done with my son?"
By the end of the duet that I have with her, I'm very sorry to have come here to ask her of this sacrifice, even though I still do.
Violetta says to Germain, the father, she says, "Go and tell your young daughter, who's so pure and innocent, that she would never have to suffer any more problems because of me."
So I think he understands why Alfredo is in this relationship, but having lived twice as long and having the responsibility he has as the head of a family, he also sees that this isn't going anywhere, that it's never going to lead to any good, and it needs to end.